should say I survived.
Yes, it should.
Heat stroke.
If the people with the pitchforks and torches didn't get us, he would, huh?
Yeah, I think there's a free seat over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on in, get comfy, get happy.
Oh, look at him.
So John asked for this next song. This is a special request. The beginning of 2013, some friends called and said, "We're going to put on a festival." And I said, "All right." And they said, "We want you to come out for the festival." I said, "All right." They said, "We want you to play some music." I said, "All right." They said, "We want you to help with some bands and get some other musicians." I said, "All right." You know that sales technique where you keep getting people to say yes and then you ask them the hard questions? And I'm like on the phone and I go, "So when is this festival?" And they go, "Midsummer." I go, "Oh, right." I go, "Where?" They go, "South Florida." I'm like, "Oh, right." And I'd already said yes to everything. So this is a true story. I wrote it before it happened. Because I have really good tarot cards. The beauty of big huts and gators in tall grass, sugar cane and tangerines, and sunshine by the glass. In the realm of Okeechobee, oh, there's magic in the wind that I sting tooth and claw. 6,000 souls are praying on the rim. They were praying for us. Quiet town of peaceful folk who worship their own God. They honored heart and family, abiding by their laws. Nothing changed in their sweet world. They lived it day by day till the story broke. The headline shouts, "Pagans on the way." The sun, the toads, the mosquitoes, the flies, the wind, the gators. Even lose the pain, even lose the lives, instigators. The evil of this world is why we suffer and we frown. But nothing like that final plague, the day the pagans came to town. The preachers of the Holy cry, they've come to flood the town. The Okeechobee Lake will rise, and everyone shall drown. Hide your sons and daughters, there's belly dancing here. We prophesy the sky will fall. There's everything to fear. The pagans smiled and pitched their tents and lit their sacred fire. They cast their circle on so wide, their hearts were open wider. They kissed the earth, they kissed the sky. No sun's rising here. They welcomed tribe, they welcomed town. There's room for God and Goddess here. Well, that first annual, only annual Lake Okeechobee Summer Solstice Festival It was hot. I'm just saying, somebody stop me if I ever say yes to a summer solstice festival outside in South Florida ever again. Anyway, yes indeed, the planning was happening. We had the whole city council on board, the local police in Pahokee, the fire department, all our I's dotted and our T's crossed. And then the local preachers found out that there was going to be a bunch of pagans coming to Pahokee. And whoo, it got crazy, I'm just saying. The media started running the same story over and over and over again. Yes, they did. I love it when a song writes itself, because they really said that. There was a preacher that said, "Hide your sons and daughters, there be belly dancing here." I can't even make this stuff up. I'm serious. I'm like, thank you guys so much for that one. Anyway, it got a little worrisome there. It was just a couple weeks before the festival and all hell broke loose in the media that all these pagans were coming to town, and oh yes, the lake was going to rise. And here's another thing. I just want to point out that here's the edge of the lake, okay? Here's where all the pagans are camping. Here's the levee, and here's the town. So if we were going to let the lake rise, we were going to drown ourselves first. That's not happening. We may be pagans, but we're not stupid. So the festival got a hold of Lady Liberty League, which is a pagan activist organization. And they sent Peter Diving down. Now he is a pagan minister, a pagan activist, and he's a really hot fireman. And that has nothing to do with this story, but I just like letting people know that Peter Diving is a totally hot fireman. Anyway, he went down and met with all those ministers in Pahokee, wore his button-down shirt and his khakis and his docksiders, and shook hands and explained to the folks of the town that we just wanted to come down and practice our religion the way they practice their religion. Not exactly the same thing, but we weren't going to get into the differences. And he explained that there was going to be a whole lot of pagans. 500 people were coming to town. That like increased the size, the population of the town by like 25% immediately. That's how small Pahokee is. But they were good people in Pahokee, and they kind of got it. Peter told them that, you know, we were gonna buy some groceries in their grocery store. They gas our cars up at their gas stations. There's gonna be a whole lot of sweaty pagans out there, sweaty sarongs. We were gonna put a whole lot of quarters in that Pahokee laundromat, if you know what I'm talking about. And things started to settle down. Now the media didn't want it to settle down, but things started to settle down until folks started showing up in those really short cars that you have to plug in. There is nothing biblical about little short cars that you have to plug in. Every one of those cars had a bumper sticker on it that said coexist, and I don't know what that means, but I'm not sure I like it. But the thing that got them really crazy was when men started showing up in skirts. The drugs, the heathens, magic. That was not the drugs that I just said. The drums, the heathens, magic spells, the drums are going strong. They're singing, dancing, dreaming, trade. What else could go wrong? The evil in this world is wide with fear what we don't know. This pagan plagues upon us. God's above and God's below. I swear I meant to say drums. Well, when I tell you that first day, they started massing at the gate. All like 35 of them. Bibles in hand, the good Christians of Pahokee, and I'm telling you, they were really good people. They just were afraid of what they didn't understand. They started praying and chanting. Well, it was hot. So the pagans grabbed some ice water, walked up to that front gate, started passing out water. And those pagans, they started praying. Yeah, in Shannon. Now the media wanted a bloodbath, right? Because they wanted something to report. They wanted craziness on both sides. They didn't want anybody to get along. The media, well, they wanted pitchforks and torches and epithets flying. And epithets is a really big word, but you can look it up on Wikipedia later. Nobody ever gets that joke. Wikipedia. You know, my husband introduced me to somebody a couple weeks ago. He said, my wife, she's a real witch. They said, oh, she's not that bad. And everybody laughs at that one. Thank you. So, the media wanted one side shouting at the other one, people screaming at each other. My God is the one true God. Really? My goddess gave birth to your God. Oh yeah. The media wanted people screaming and shouting at each other, and I'm telling you, that's not what happens. Evening fell and drums rang out, and joyous was the cry. Fullest moon you ever saw, and summer solstice tide. The pagans watched them townsfolk as they found their sacred space. Then heartbeats joined in rhythm on the shores of that great lake. The beauty of big waters and gators in tall grass, sugar cane and tangerines and sunshine by the glass. In the realm of Okeechobee, there's magic in the wind. Pahokee and the Pagans celebrating on the rim. The sun, the toads, the mosquitoes, the flies, the wind, the gators don't believe the evening news and all the things that plague us in the realm of Okeechobee. Oh, there's magic in the wind. Pahokee and the Pagans. Pahokee and the Pagans. Pahokee and the Pagans. We are dancing on the rim. Dancing on the rim. In a circle like holding hands. Everybody thumbs left. And your other left. We are dancing. We are dancing. We are dancing on the rim. Thank you so much. Thank you. True story. And I really did write it in staff camp the week before the festival happened. Right there, right on, watching the gators go by. It was pretty fun. All right. This is off of my second CD, The Undertaker's Daughter. And I'm just going to say that while I wouldn't highly recommend that you actually have intercourse with the gods and the goddesses with whom you work, sometimes it works out. I'm just... My life, it was lifeless, my life, it was plain. I wanted for love in so many ways. I asked the trickster, I asked him to call. I said, change my life, change it all. If I knew then all the things I know now, I may not have spoken my wishes out loud. But the sage it burned bright and the sweet grass burned hot. I was sorry it happened, but now I am not. I was sorry it happened, but now I am not. Coyote, he crept in my bedroom that night. He whispered, you'll find the love of your life. He wouldn't say how and he couldn't say when. He'd replay all the pain that he'd sent. Ah, the soul of the trickster, he breathed in the smoke. He said, I love to heal a heart that is broke. Oh, we made love and he said, I'll be back. And he didn't lie about that. No, no, he didn't lie about that. He traced a claw on the small of my back. He's long gone, but the lines remain true. He left me a love to remember him by, and I still bear Coyote's tattoo. Coyote returned in the shape of a man, with a tiger inked high and drumsticks in hand. He tapped out a rhythm right there on my skin, and the mark that he left burned within. Then he said, I must go, but you have your wish. The sorrows you will know are bound to your bliss. I may be the trickster, but I have loved you true, and you always bear my tattoo.